again, I just feel like if you're going to jump into this industry, you better have a little bit more knowledge than just thinking I'm going to buy a truck and I'm going to make more money than I would as a company driver.
No, I agree with you. And like I said, that's why my whole video like
It
breaks
isn't
it
easy.
down. You know what I mean? It tells you like what to do, make sure you're financially prepared. And that's why like I hate lease to purchase programs because these people are like, if you take anything
I
zero
hate
money
those too.
down and this, like you're just asking to 100% fail. Because if you got no money in your pocket and you're expecting to, like my dad used to say, rub two like dimes or nickels or whatever together and expect to get a dollar, then you're out of
Hmm.
your damn mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
100%.
so it's like, dude, like lease to purchase programs are bad. All that kind of shit's bad. But like I said, in my opinion, just agent MC number is not bad.
You think that by someone aging their MC number will help them be more successful, easier, quicker than if they just did it the right way then?
Well, I mean it is it's still the right way. I mean, I know you don't want to admit it, but I mean it's still the right way because you still have the experience as an owner operator because you've been driving as an owner operator. It's just you're driving. You know, you're making sure your MC opens up. Because look, like honestly, check this out. So say you age your MC number 6 months, right? And in those 6 months, you start setting up with the brokers as you get set up with them, right? How many times is an owner operator out there, you know, in America somewhere? They need a load. They hit up a broker, and the broker's like, "Shit, sorry, I can't use you. We got to use somebody that we're set up with, right?" And they hang
Yeah.
up. So you're already going to be set up with these people. You're gonna, you know, your chances of booking a load are going to be a lot better. You're going to be set up with all the major people that have the most loads, so you're going to be covered. And then after that, you could get that inspection, 2 inspections, whatever, and then you're going to be, you know, good to go. You know what I mean? And there's nothing illegal about it. There's nothing wrong with it. You're still driving. You still have the experience. And if you have the mind right side, mind.
But I think people are going to not go out and get another truck. They're just going to age their MC number and then they're going to try to jump in and start doing it after 6 months or whatever and expect to be successful. They might not go lease on underneath somebody else for 6 months. So I think that's what's going to happen with your recommendation. And that again puts you in a category of the fraudsters. And I would like people to understand that is that you might not think so, but if there's anything that looks suspicious or looks somewhat questionable, most brokers are going to take a second pause or look at that. And if they not, they should be, because that is how the fraudsters are getting in and stealing a lot of these loads. So,
Yeah, just like I said, man, you know what I mean? Like my video is perfectly clear what to do and how to do it. And you just, like I said, save your
we'll
money.
revisit this in about 6 months or a year and just see if you have like guys that didn't just necessarily come in and work underneath you and then,
Well,
work
I
underneath
don't
the
take owner
carriers that you
operators.
represent. But
I don't take owner operators on. I just think they're too big of a headache. They mess shit
that's
up.
another reason. Like I think it's crazy that carriers are out there letting people work underneath their authority because that is a huge risk. Something we can talk about, and I think you can talk about it. I mean, that's a huge risk for a company to say, I don't know you, but I'm going to let you run underneath my authority for 6 months. Yes, I'm going to get 22%, but if they get in an accident, they get pulled over inspections, they get, CS or, out of services. I mean, that hurts their rating and it hurts their insurance. And so for any carriers out there that are doing this, that's why these carriers, chameleon carriers keep popping up is because they burn this MC number, they move to the next one, they burn that one and so on and so forth, right? Again, linking yourself to that same type of process or operation is where I would recommend people not do that.
You know, what I mean, I just disagree with you because you're not one of those people. You know, what I mean, that just doing it, and so it's you can't just,
But you don't think the carrier that they're going to lease on underneath, if they don't know or they saw a Facebook post, I just saw one today, hey, come lease underneath our authority, blah, blah, blah. You don't even know that carrier. You don't know what they represent. And you don't know if they're one of those carriers that's turning and burning and you'd be attached to that, right? So if you've got a VIN number and you're attached to that particular bad player and you don't do your research properly, then you are going to be tied to that. That VIN number is going to be tied to that
well,
company.
yes and no, because I get what you're saying, and you should definitely do research to any company before you lease onto them. That's why, like I said, the program I'm working right now, like we do all that shit for people to make sure they land with good companies. But the highway VIN number thing, you get that taken care of in 3 to 5 business days, and it's going to be taken off, and it won't be linked no more. Especially, you just got to show proof. You got to show proof. It's your VIN number. You got to send them proof. You got to pay like $500 to a lawyer, and he's going to get that shit taken off, because that's another BS thing that highway has that's messing up a lot of carriers. IP addresses, VIN numbers, trailer VIN numbers. I mean, like they're just doing shit that's really messing up carriers and really hurting a lot of people's business. Even though it's like, yeah, I know they're going for the fraud stuff, but they're really hurting people like just for no reason whatsoever. Because I could be in my friend's office using his Wi-Fi, because I automatically say I go there quite a bit, and I got his Wi-Fi password in my phone. Automatically connects to it. I need to do a highway setup. I do the highway setup from his office, his Wi-Fi under my company. Now his IP address is linked with my company. Say, his company fucking got a freight guard report or a highway report. Now it links us two together, and now we're screwed. And how is that fair?
Again, I don't know. I don't use highway, but like I don't know that all of the carrier setup platforms out there are going to be able to get that VIN number removed because I know that it's linking, and again, we want to see that link a little bit, right? Like as a broker, you should be wanting to see that link because you want to see if that VIN number is moving across 10 different carriers within a 12-month period, because then that's kind of a red flag. Like, is that a carrier that is that a driver I really want to work with?
Well, but
And
then, so
again,
what if you go buy, say, you go buy like five, say, even one truck, two truck, three truck, four trucks, right? You buy it because the company's gone out of business. You got a really good deals on some of my trucks. You bought them. That company went out of business because they fucking sucked and the little linkage shit, what you're talking about. Now you put them on your insurance. Now they're linked to your shit. How is that fair?
that's not fair. I mean, obviously that makes complete sense. But if you see a VIN number moving across, like I know there was a person online that put a Excel spreadsheet out that linked a VIN number to like hundreds and hundreds of different MCs, because that's where the fraud lies. All I'm saying is that like don't try to set your company up to be linked to that. Like anything you can do to prevent you from being considered in that group, the better you're going to be as a owner operator, as a single owner operator, two, three, four, five trucks, whatever you want to do. Like, we're seeing trucking companies going out of business left and right, and if we promote an easier way to get in and get access to these loads, then that's more and more people that are going to jump in. And we don't necessarily want that, I guess, right now because of the,
So basically, you're
situation.
saying that because you're saying that my advice is going to open up people to commit fraud easier. That's what you're trying to get at.
Yeah, 100%. I think it will. It's giving fraudsters more power and advice of how they can skirt the system, right? And that's why I said what I said about this is a bad look, because kind of links you to like, okay, now just like we don't talk about like all the vetting things that we do because we don't want the fraudsters to get it. You're giving the fraudsters a avenue to skirt the system and create even more issues for the carriers that you're trying to help, right? So now the fraudsters can now identify this as like, okay, this is a way for me to, age my authority, and then I get in after 6 months to some of these brokers' networks, and I steal a load right away because my authority's aged, and they will never even know what hit them.
Yeah,
And
but I mean, it comes to the
what that
point.
does is raise the rates for you guys for insurance because of the fraud and the stolen loads,
Well,
but it
raise
also
rates for you too, because I'm sure you have
it lowers
contingent
the
cargo, right? You have contingency insurance. I'm guessing on the freight brokerage in case something happens.
yeah.
But at this point, so what? Should we not try to help out people that are honest and fair and want to make it, just because you know what I mean?
Well, I
The
mean, you're
fraudsters
one.
might do it.
I mean, I don't want to say don't come into the industry, but obviously, if you're a carrier, you don't want more people in the industry. You want less people in the industry so you can get paid more money. So the more we go out and tell people this is easy, the more people are going to jump in. And yes, they're going to fail most likely, but then the ones that do succeed, then that just creates more competition for you
Yeah, but
as
I'm
a
not scared
carrier.
of competition, dude. Like that's the whole point I started my channel is to help people out, and this advice is for people that are going to do it anyways, right? Like, they're already thinking about it, they already want to do it. So because obviously, if the SEO sends them to my video about it, they already plan on doing it. You know, what I mean, there's something they're looking into. There's something the algorithm is already showing them. So my job, I want to help them. I don't want them to fail, dude. I've made a lot of money in this business, and I've lost a lot of money in this fucking business. You know what I mean?